So I recently helped an online coach launch a new offer for his coaching business, a low ticket offer using a Gohighlevel funnel, and he made $5,000 after launching. And so I'm going to show you how I built the funnel, kind of the psychology behind it, as well as the custom effects that we added to make the funnel super clean. So if you're thinking about launching a funnel, a new offer in Gohighlevel, just follow along. I'm going to show you how I did it. So something I thought would be cool is, since I can't actually show you my actual client's copy, his VSL, of course, for obvious reasons, I thought, why don't I just keep the same funnel, same structure, but just change the copy and make it as if it was a funnel for Hamza. Also on his YouTube channel, I noticed that he doesn't have a funnel for his low ticket community that he launched, which is educational content creators, and it's $250 a month. And so he's driving all that traffic to school directly, and he doesn't have a funnel. So let me show you how I built this in Gohighlevel, as well as the 3 custom effects that you saw in this video. So this one right here, this one right here, so when you hover, how it animates, and finally this one right here, the glow effect on the pricing. So let's go into Gohighlevel. So the first one right here that I wanted to break down is this headline right here. And you notice this section is highlighted, which normally you can't do in Gohighlevel. You might have seen some of my older videos how to do this, but let me just show you. The first thing I'm going to do is open up my Notion doc. If you don't have it, this is just a series of tutorials as to how to add custom effects to your Gohighlevel websites and funnels. And so I'm going to go to my easy tutorials, and this is going to be tutorial 1.14. How to highlight a word and phrase on text. So if I scroll down, you'll see we have the custom CSS. This is the code that we're going to add to the website. So let's click on this headline. I'm going to go back and we're going to add this tag right here. Highlighted word effect. So I'm going to copy this tag right here. Go back to our website, click on here. This is the headline that we're going to use. We're going to go to advanced, and I'm going to add this as a custom class. So you're just going to paste this highlight word effect, hit enter. We're going to hit save. And now we're going to add the piece of code. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my Notion doc, and I'm going to add this whole piece of code. And we're going to go back to the website, and I'm going to go to custom CSS, and we're just going to paste the whole thing. Okay, so you notice nothing changed, and that's because we're missing 2 things. So the first one is making sure that there's an H1 heading. And the second thing is whatever you want to have highlighted is bolded. So let's just do 1.5 million on YouTube. We're going to bold this, and there we go. That's highlighted. Now you notice it's kind of hard to see it. And that's just because we have the wrong color. So I'm going to show you how you can change the color in the code. So I'm going to go to coolers.co, which is this cool website. You can find different colors, hex codes, all that stuff. And we're just going to find the color that you want. For me, I wanted this red. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to copy this hex code, go back to the website, open up the custom CSS, and I'm just going to replace the color, and I'm going to hit save. And there it is. That's how I changed the color. That's how we highlight sections. Now, let's say I wanted to change the highlight as well. Let's say I didn't want to have this whole thing highlighted. So I'm just going to remove the bold. And now you can see if we just wanted to do, let's say 1.5 million in profit, then you can change it as well. So you can play around with it. But for me, I just wanted to do this whole thing and keep it highlighted. So that's the effect number 1. Now let's take a look at the second effect that I wanted to show you. Okay, so in Gohighlevel, you notice that you can't see it anymore. And that's just because I removed the code because I wanted to show you how to do it from scratch. So for this, we're also going to use our Notion doc. And this is going to be tutorial 1.2. So let's go back to our easy tutorials. This is tutorial 1.2. How to change a section when you hover over it. So let's go here, and we're going to copy this whole piece of code right here. Now I'm going to go back to my website, and I'm going to add a new line of code, and I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to hit save. Now the next thing is we have to tag this section, kind of similar to how we did it with the highlight section, but we're going to use a different tag. So let's click on it. Let's go to advanced, and I'm going to do hover section 1. I'm going to hit save. Now let's go back to our custom CSS, and I'm going to add this. So instead of having your section, it's going to be hover section 1. Same thing, we're going to go right here. So instead of having hashtag your section, it'll just be dot hover section 1, and I'm going to hit save. So now you'll notice like the colors completely changed. They're very different to what they were before. And that's just because we have to change the colors. So let's go back to custom CSS. We're going to have 2 values that we have to change: the background color and then the desired color when you hover. So let's go back to coolers.co. I already have those 2 colors right here. So I'm just going to go click on this one. copy this hex code, go back to our custom CSS, change the background color, and then I'm also going to change to the one I want it to be, which is the lighter gray, which is this one right here. So I'm going to copy this hex code as well. I'm going to go back to my website and I'm going to add it down here. And I'm just going to hit save. And as you can tell, you can already see the effect. Now you can see the black background color, the night color, this one right here. And when I hover, it's going to make it lighter. And that's how I added that effect. Okay, and the final effect that I wanted to show you is this glowing effect that makes it pop. The pricing just pops way more. It drives your attention. This is stuff that you want to make sure people see, which is how to get started, how to join now. And so how I added this is using a bit of code as well. So we're going to go back to our Notion doc, and this is going to be intermediate tutorials. This is going to be tutorial 2.7, how to add a gradient glow effect. So first thing we're going to do is add our tags. So similar to the other effects where we tag the section, here we're going to have to use 2 tags. So the first one is glow gradient child, which is the innermost section. So I'm going to show you. So we're going to copy this here. And so if you see this purple section, that's the one that's innermost. And then we're also going to tag the blue one, but later on. So let's just click on this one, go to advanced, and I'm going to scroll down, paste this code and hit save. Now let's go back to Notion doc, and I'm going to scroll down, and this is the second one that we're going to add, the parent one. So the one outside the child one. Now if I go here, click on the blue section, and this is our row, and I'm going to paste this right here, glow gradient parent, and I'm going to hit save. Okay, so once we have both of those tags, so I'll show you the blue one right here, glow gradient parent, and the pink section, which is the inner one, the child section. We have those 2 tags. We just have to add the code. So let's go back to a Notion doc. I'm going to scroll down to step 4, and we're going to copy paste this whole piece of code right here. So I'm going to show you, it's a bit of a longer one. I'm going to scroll down so you can see the entire piece of code, but we're going to copy and we're going to paste this in our website very quickly. And we're just going to add a new line of code, and we're going to paste this right here. And as you can see, it changed right away. It's a different color to the one that we want. I wanted to use a red one so it matches the aesthetic of the whole website, but let me just show you how it changed the color. So let's go back to coolers.co. I'm going to copy this hex code right here, which is the red one that we've been using throughout the whole website, and I'm going to go back to custom CSS, and I'm going to scroll all the way down so we can change that color. So the color that we're using right now is this one right here, but I want to change that to be this one right here. So there we go. Now you can see it matches the website. It looks awesome and it makes it pop. And that's how I built this entire funnel from scratch, custom effects, so it looks really clean. And if you want to add these type of effects to your Gohighlevel funnels and your websites, you can check out our Notion doc, which has over 30 tutorials that you can add to your Gohighlevel funnels and your websites.